So guys, I'll tell you about the hike in a second, but I'm at the Baldy trailhead and it's 7 in the morning on Friday and it is packed. I do not know why. Anyway, we're gonna do the Baldy to Mile High trailhead loop. So it's gonna be about 14 miles, 6,000 something feet elevation gain, and it's gonna be an overall good time. So I'll kind of keep you updated as I go up. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. It's just a little bit windy today. Actually feels nice. So I was talking about doing the loop, or I guess it's not really a loop, it's more like a horseshoe. So we're gonna be coming down here, gonna go up Blacktails, off the back of that, up the Vista, which we can't see right now. And then I believe this one's Mile High right here. So you go down off Vista, up Mile High, and then we're gonna come down and then ride this ridge over. And I think we come out right down there. So yeah, total it's like 14 miles, 6,000 or so feet elevation gain. So it'll be a decently long hike, but not too bad. So yeah, I do have other videos for Baldy and Blacktails, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. You can watch the other videos if you want to get a little guide for that part. But yeah, nice day. There's a very small chance of rain predicted, so we might run into that, but I got my rain gear, so really no problem. It's supposed to be a very light rain if it does, so yeah, we'll just get going. I'll probably just pick back up on base of Blacktails there. Now, one thing I could have mentioned, I forgot to, when you're coming up Baldy, you can go by that, there's a little red gate, and you can actually come up this back way. And so if you come up the back way, you don't have to actually go to the top there. So you can save yourself a little bit of elevation gain, but in all honesty, in the long run, it's not really gonna matter. You're gonna have a pretty long day today, which is good. I don't know if you can see him there, but there's a little ground squirrel. He kind of ran this way. He's frolicking through the field. There he goes. Alright, so pretty much to the base of the Blacktails here. So it looks like there's some, I don't know if you can see kind of back there, but there's some low clouds kind of coming over Mile High. But we got quite a while till we're going to be over there, so not really worried about it. Also, the trail should be pretty easy to follow. I just hope we get to see some good views when we're up there. But I'm just going to start heading up, and then I'll kind of catch you, I don't know, maybe halfway or something. Top of the Blacktails here. So we're gonna head down off here, take the ridge up, and then go over to Vista. Looks like there's some low clouds over there, but hopefully they blow over before we get over there. So we'll just be continuing on. There's also some low clouds on Mile High, but maybe they'll burn off by the time we get there. We got plenty of time. I think I mentioned it before in a different video, but this is one of my favorite areas for hiking. It's like, once you come off the back of the Blacktails there, not very many people hike over here, so it's usually so quiet. I don't know how many we'll get, so I'll film our one little tiny crossing here. I ran into some guys a while back. They said there was a lady hiking back here, so we might run into her. Though I see no sign of her, so she's probably dusting us right now. She's probably already over at Vista. But maybe we'll catch sight of her at some point. I kind of think we might look out. We'll have to see. Looks like there's just some low clouds over this way, but you can see like further on, they're kind of just on the mountaintops over there. So maybe those will blow away and we won't have to deal with them. But yeah, so we're on what I call the Ridge of Indecision. So you can go hit Round Top if you want, but we're gonna go over to Vista over here. And I realized I didn't give any time points. So it took me about 35 minutes to get up Baldy. It took about 2 hours and 15 or so to get up to the top of Blacktails. And then it's been about 2 hours and 50 minutes to get to here. So I'm gonna take a little break and then I'm gonna start heading over. Now we're still working our way over to Vista here. So this valley is also pretty cool down in here. Look at that drop. Really cool valley. You can kind of see back the Blacktails where we came from. There's a Round Top over there. So when you get to this portion, you're just going to cross down and then you'll see that trail just falls kind of close to the ridge. So we're coming up to where you can see on the other side. So you can see all the way now the other side of the valley that you couldn't really see before. So it's cool. And we'll get even better view off the top of Vista, assuming we can see something with those clouds. You can probably see now the clouds kind of came in on me, which is okay. There's a little late rain coming down. So when we go up Vista, we're gonna be sticking to the right side here. So you don't want to be on the left. It's pretty steep over there. But when I get a little closer, I'll show you. All right, guys, just started from the ridge. So I followed this path here, and it kind of came up right to here. And then we're gonna go up this. All right, so that one part, you're gonna come up right around there, just follow this path, and then you'll see it keeps going. So just keep following this up, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward. If there's any tricks or anything, I'll let you know before. Well, I guess when I get there. All right, pretty straightforward. This is the top of Vista here. Yeah. Again, sorry we don't have any good views. Hopefully these clouds go away before we get up Mile High. But you would have a nice view of the valley over there. So anyway, what we're gonna do now is work our way down over. Can you see the trail from here? It's honestly kind of hard to see the trail from here. But anyway, we'll work our way down. We're gonna catch a trail that goes across and then we'll start up Mile High. But I'm gonna take a break here for a little bit. Try to hopefully wait out some of the clouds. Alright, well, clouds didn't clear up very much at all. If anything, they're worse. But we're just gonna make our way down, and then I'll show you that trail once I get down there. Yeah, guys, we are in the clouds now. Look at that. It kind of just keeps getting lower and lower. Looks like we kind of got stuck in here for a little bit, but that's okay. Not much you can do about it. Hopefully these burn off pretty quickly. And if not, then we'll just have a nice low cloud hike. And so I'm kind of looking for the trail. I think there's one right over here to the right. I think that one's it. So we'll just go over there. The valley looks kind of mysterious. So when you get to this part here, you kind of keep that same mentality you do when you're going up Matanuska. So the rocks that have the lichen worn off of them, that's where the trail is. So you see the lighter colored ones, that's what we're going to be walking on for a while. It's a pretty cool part of the trail that feels even more kind of mysterious with the fog, or the low clouds I mean, down here. So yeah, we'll be walking on this for a little bit, and then we'll get close to starting our ascent up Mile High. So we made our way around the side there, and now I think we're almost to, I think right up here is just the ridge. It is a little hard to tell, again with these low clouds. And that light rain is staying pretty consistent. I was hoping it would kind of die down so it wouldn't be as slippery, but it's been okay. Let's see. So we can at least get a nice view down into the valley down here. Doesn't look like there's much hope of it clearing up anytime soon, but we're kind of at the no turning back point anyway, so we'll just have to continue. Well guys, we're getting pretty close to the ascent up Mile High, and I'm just going to tell you, this is turned out to be a little bit of a bad time. The rocks are becoming very, very slippery, so it's I've already fallen once and cut my hand a little bit, so if you do come back here and it's raining, be very careful. I believe once we get up Mile High, we'll have some pretty, well, I hope it's, from what I recall, the descent's not too bad. And then, once we descend that and get on the ridge, we'll at least have a little while without having to worry about rocks. And then hopefully it'll clear up, and we'll be good to go. Ye old ptarmigan over here. He's gonna fly away really aggressively, I'm assuming. You see him right there? He thinks he's a rock. So I started the little ascent here up this first part. So when you're going up, just try to pick a path. It's kind of hard. Sometimes there's multiple, but I think most of them still go to the same place. We didn't get, the last time I was here, I didn't have any trouble. Only, just be careful. The rocks are extremely slippery, so I actually put on my gloves so I can help myself climb a little bit. So got up that part. So second part, looks like the trail goes around the side, so you probably don't want to climb up that part. You probably could, but I think it'd be a little bit dangerous. Still working our way up Mile High. At least get a little bit of the view that way, at least. I don't know how much further we have. I can't really see anything. So I don't know, guessing maybe a half an hour or something, probably to the top of there. Another little down in that valley. Oh, we're still working our way up. get to the top of Mile High eventually. So guys, I'm getting towards the top. So there's a trail that goes down here. We took it last time and you had to go through some rocks. There was another faint trail that came this way, and it looks like you can stay on the ridge. So I'm gonna try this and see if it's better than what we had to do last time. Well, this trail's going good so far. You can see down to a different valley this time. And I don't think we have too much further. You can see where I came from. And then over here, I believe, right over there, maybe it's Mile High Peak. I think we're just about at the height of the top. But this ridge was pretty good. It was a little slippery in some spots, but not too bad. So I'll just be heading over there, then we'll be at the top. All right, well, we're pretty much here. Just need to ascend this final little hill here. All right, I believe this is the top right here. Maybe it's that one over there, but we'll just call it right here. So that's kind of your view. Believe me, there is a much better view this way, but just can't see it today. So we'll be heading down after I get a break. I'm pretty sure back there, kind of in the fog or low clouds, pretty sure that's significant that we did last year. Kind of hard to see from here, but yeah, so this is how you loop around Mile High. You just gotta kind of work around the backside for a second. It's pretty much the whole rest of the way besides up Mile High has a pretty good path. And I guess kind of at the crossroads, but should be pretty easy from here on out. So you just keep working your way around here, and we're gonna keep going on the ridge, and we're eventually gonna go down there. Now we made our way mostly down, so if you want, you can go up here and come back around. I'm actually just gonna cut kind of straight across to where the path is over there. Now, I know from my other video back here, you guys are probably gonna think it rains all the time. But no, it's actually very nice back here. You get killer views. Not so much today. But I'm looking around. I don't really see much hope of the rain letting up. So there'll definitely be a couple more videos on the way down. But that's pretty much all the new stuff. We have this from the Mount Significant video. We have going back this way, so there'll be a couple more, but nothing else too interesting. Well, still working our way down. It is raining a little harder now. We're coming up pretty close to the backside of Magnificent now. I think we only have 5 miles or so left, and it's been about 7 hours. So we're doing pretty good. We're actually about the same time as that 10-mile hike we did. I'm trying to think if that'll be last week for when I post it. Probably last week. Yeah. So really, we're doing pretty good time. Not bad at all. So it's gonna kind of skirt around the side there, and then we're gonna go up Magnificent. Okay, so we're at the backside of Magnificent here, and you can see, you can actually see. So that's I think that's Mile High right there. What's that one? Maybe is that one Vista? I don't know. I think that's Vista, and then you kind of come over there, work your way up Mile High, and then come this way. But anyway, I'm gonna work my way up there in just a little bit, but I'm gonna take a little break first. All right, guys, made it up Magnificent. That's always tough. And now we're just gonna work our way down. Probably another couple hours. Well, we cleared out, guys. Looks much nicer than it did earlier today. But probably have like 3-ish miles left. So, not too much longer. Real nice view now. Can even see back towards Vista back there. Alright, this is the last little bit we got. Just going down to the trailhead. So I've said it before, but I'll say it again on this video. Be very careful on the lower part of this trail when it's rained or is very wet. This mud is some of the slickest mud. It is absolutely brutal. You need to be very careful when you're coming down. So that pertains from like kind of up there to down here, and then even down in the tree area. Alright, I have survived. So that took 9.5 hours roughly. And again, sorry we didn't get great views down that way. I will tell you they are excellent. I may actually include some pictures from when I hiked that a few years ago, just so you get an idea of kind of what it looks like back there. But yeah, hopefully the video will help guide you on the way. It is pretty straightforward. I wouldn't worry about very much route finding. It's pretty easy. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one.